like that. You know what? As always, we're gonna go into this shit. Now, when I put this whole thing together, when I put the summer together, it was supposed to be Summer of Canon, and what I realized very quickly that Invasion USA was going to be the hallmark because of one main reason. Chris said it better. This is somehow the better version of Red Dawn. And I look at this and I say, wow, all you white folk in the 80s and to see y'all now is so hypocritical. And then when I really look at the film, no, y'all always been like this. Like there's one thing where I say that because you know how we all buddy with the Russians now? Like the Russians ain't the bad guys and shit like that and yada yada.
Whoa. Who is actually
Who is
the we?
Now.
Who is the we we're friends with? Because I ain't friends with anybody from Russia. What are you talking about?
Oh, sir? God, nigga, I don't know nobody. Look, nigga, if I know somebody in the Bahamas, that's a plus for D, yeah. But nah, I'm looking at this shit like I never understood why everybody on Fox News just kind of switched but no, they always been like this. It always been about when you look at it, it's just Chuck Norris that saved America. It wasn't the government. Like, the government was useless when the Russians attacked and we were nowhere there. So you can't trust nobody. And then I was thinking, like, looking at Chuck Norris himself, I'm like, why is he such a badass? And I thought to myself, has Chuck Norris beat up anybody that was on his level?
Not on Canon films, because
think about it. The only person he fought that was outside of his box was Bruce Lee, and Bruce washed him. So
First off,
who is Chuck Norris fought?
Hold on. I can get in on this, D. See, like you said, Bruce Lee washed him, and you want to know something? He has never let that go ever since.
Well, I mean, Bruce Lee.
No. You really see it in this character. He's got that. No, hold on. He's got that past, like, I just happened to fight this guy from China in the middle of the Roman Coliseum. He choked me out. Somehow I survived. I just couldn't let it go because he done left and went back to China and never got my rematch.
I'm just saying, like,
now it's time for me to kill every minority in America.
See, y'all undersold Bruce Lee watching Chuck Norris. Bruce Lee dog walked the fuck out of Chuck Norris.
Yo, let me tell you something.
He did.
You ain't lying. Dog walked the living shit out of Chuck. Chuck need to be embarrassed of himself, bro.
He gave him hope, and then just
no, CJ. First of all, the disrespect. Oh, that was so disrespectful when you grabbed Chuck Norris by the chest hair.
My man gave him hope. Like, Chuck got some good hits in, and Bruce was like, "All right, cool. This white boy can do some kicks. All right, cool. Now to turn this shit on. Let's go."
Yo, you know what killed me about all that though?
He's like, look, we might not have an audience right now, but this white cat is watching us fight, and the last thing I'm gonna do is have this American beat the crap out of me in another country that ain't my own. I am not going out like this. You're gonna hold this chokehold, my dude. Oh, watch me work.
The chest hair, though, that is fucking hilarious. I'm
Chuck
sorry.
Norris to me, and I brought that up because Chuck Norris always has the benefit and the blessing of having his brother either write, direct, or do something in it. And I noticed that every movie he does, of course, and everybody says it, Aaron, just make me look good. Don't worry, Chuck, I got you, bro. And Chuck Norris begins to have the best plot armor of all time. Chuck Norris is so badass in this. Technically, I'm gonna just be real. He got a flesh wound and punched once. By my count, I saw him take no damage in this whole movie.
Let me tell you something.
I really did it.
You want to know why that happened, D? Quite simple, because Chuck accepted it. He allowed it to happen. Because if Chuck Norris was on 100, not one single bullet would have even. Matter of fact, I'm sorry. Any bullet that entered his path would have been terrified and stopped midway.
Can I just say something?
And yes, I'm sticking to the tired old Chuck Norris jokes.
This is the first movie that I've seen a bad guy have PTSD from the good guy. The fucking Cuban guy cares. What's wrong, Poppy? Chuck Norris is in your dreams?
Yo.
First of all, he doesn't. Just to show you how much he does not care about, about the seriousness, the severity of, of this dude's trauma. He just walks up to him and says, "The dream, the nightmare." Whatever.
My man woke up in a cold sweat to Chuck Norris from a previous mission not killing him and getting a swift kick to the face.
And I do love how we got hit with the trope off the break. Like, looks like he's back. I told you. Should have killed him when I had a chance. It's your problem now. I was like, yeah, we got one of those movies. Yes. It's because it's always one or two. It's either it's your problem now or, damn it, Mendoza's back. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna do what I can. You know what I mean? One of the two.
And on top of that, like, this fool literally is whispering ASMR to the bad guy, like,
oh God.
Yo, the whisper.
It's time. No. Okay, we're gonna be hopping in this bitch. I'm just gonna let y'all know. This is one of those movies we're gonna be hopping. So I just gotta say this, Chris. Thank you for bringing it up, because for me, the lines when he stabbed Eris's uncle. Yeah, that's your uncle, Eris. He stabbed that nigga in the head. He said, "Oh yeah, if you survive this thing, tell Kozlov, it's time." I'm like, yeah, bitch, yes.
And they gave him a grenade in the fucking stabbed arm and said, "Hey, hold this shit."
Oh, that was hilarious.
No, man.
And then and not even on top of that, the fact that also the main bad guy likes shooting dudes in the dick because he shot Billy Drago in the fucking dick. He shot 4 people total in the dick that he didn't like. I was like, what is with you with shooting people in the dick, dude?
He shot people in the dick. This is one of the look.
Can I say when he killed Draco? Because I knew it was coming. Number one, I saw him getting killed coming. Number 2, Drago acted that scene out so well. He has so much fun with this. To where where I'm watching, I'm going, "Hey, yo, Drago, you're not even acting, are you? You're just having fun with this. This is you." Yeah, and here's the other part. When I was waiting for his death to come, as soon as he got shot, I said, well, let's be honest here, man. It was either you get shot several times or you get punched out mid-dance sequence by the King of Pop.
I mean, 1 or 2, though. 1 or 2, bro.
I mean, the lady snorting the coke, though, she got it worse.
Oh, man.
Pencil trick. She got the pencil trick for the Joker, though.
Bro, she got the glass up the nose broke as she sniffing. I was like, oh, damn, man. She was innocent bystander, too.
Yeah, man.
She was just sitting there. Look, first of all, she was just sitting there enjoying a nice line of coke, not bothering nobody.
Here's my thing.
Having the time of her life. First of all, you would feel like, first of all, I felt no suspiciousness coming from her. Now, when Tony Montana entered that hotel room and you got Martha sitting over there with the pillow and she got the Uzi under that joint and she watching TV, doesn't even acknowledge Tony.
I'm just being honest with you. I knew something was wrong. Hey, Chris, Harris, we knew something wrong when you walk in there and a Spanish bitch is watching Bonanza. There's a problem.
I'm just saying, like,
the whole problem with that.
I had to ask this question, like, so this lady couldn't just use $1 like a good, decent fucking damn coke addict. $1. We couldn't just roll up $1 and just sniff. Like, no, we gotta use glass because we're bougie like that, right?
Hey, CJ, when I saw her break that joint out, you know what I said? Oh, you fancy.
Oh, you're using glass.
That reminds me of that
$1, man.
Hey, when you say you fancy, Chris, that reminds me of Futurama when everybody got that tricky dick fun bill, and the one crackhead's like, "No crack houses for me no more." It's that crack mansion, and he's like, "Thank you. Shall I warm up Sir's crack pipe for him?" That's the first thing that hopped in my mind.
Now, one thing about this movie that I loved, all right, and this is why I felt it was better than Red Dawn in terms of plausibility, right?
Mm-hmm.
they invaded through Florida by virtue of the Cuban refugee thing. That's more realistic to me, and that's scary as shit because they got in fucking panel trucks and was like, all right, you go to Chicago, you go to California, you go here, you go there, and I was like, holy shit, that's.
And Chris, this is one of the things I said. White people changed for this time. No, they didn't. Why? Because they still believe immigrants are the keys for people to come into our country and destroy everything from American democracy. When in fact, the people that are destroying the American democracy are already full-fledged citizens and say, God bless the USA. Ain't that a goddamn bitch?
Also remember 9/11. Also remember 9/11. But slavery. That was just so long ago.
Fuck yeah, you know what I'm saying. The Oklahoma City bomb. Yeah, that was fucked up. That was fucked up. You know what else is fucked up in the state of Oklahoma?
Actually, there was also something else. What is Black Wall Street again? Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry.
I don't know what you're talking about, Eris. That sounds like a Tuskegee thing. Which here comes the Negroes with that again.
I seen
Come on, it was lotion. It wouldn't burn his skin like that.
I seem to remember what was that thing where people were getting bitten ass by dogs and water hoses. I seem to remember that.
Chris, I get you. That was 1930 until about 1997 when they changed up the dogs.
See, that was nice. I was gonna say up to 1980, but you're right. 1997, about right.
See, now you see what we just said. You see what we just said. You know, there's a nigga right now. There's a nigga that listens to us right now.
First of all, y'all are both wrong. See, y'all said up to 1980.
I said 1980. Eris, D said 1997.
I know. Y'all say up to 1980. It got up to 1980. Then they switched it up, used that same tactic, and it became tear gas right now.
Oh, it got repackaged.
Hey, look, see, we saying all this. Look, we saying all this. There's a nigga in Sacramento right now with a German Shepherd size biting his ass. Nigga, when they stop, I'm like, yo, yo. See, it's amazing, Chris. I told you, I plan none of this shit, and somehow, some way, these themes just come running down on all of our shit. I don't know. I don't plan none of this shit, bro. I really don't.
See, here's my thing. Our main bad guy, Mikhail Rostov, is basically like one of those bad guys where he hates America, like to the point to where they go to a mall and it's like, look at these Americans. Oh, this girl's look at the little girl putting a star on that Christmas tree. Let's start blowing up houses. And I'm like, what?
Look at this. Like, you know what I don't like, comrade? I don't like democracy. Look at this. They celebrate their Christian God. Like here's me. Ain't y'all Christian too?
In Soviet Russia, we don't get Christmas.
I have to say, watching all of Rostov's scenes, I just walked away with one thing, and that's this: if no Russian was a person,
I mean, let me. All right. While we all Rostov.
If that line from Modern Warfare, no Russian was a person.
See, that's why I felt about when they was blowing up white people USA in that one scene. But anyway,
bro, let me tell you something.
Hold on, real quick. On to Rostov himself. Let me just say it. Shout out to one of the better character actors and villains of the 1980s. That would be Richard Lynch. Richard Lynch has been in a few what you call B movies. If they were doing B-rate Expendables, he'll definitely be a part of that. As a bad guy, of course. But it's like this. Michael Ironside costs too much money. You know who's just as good as him, but not just as good as him? Richard Lynch. So so I just had to put it out there. He is one of the better character actors of the 80s.
Can you imagine you in your car, you get off a hot date with your girlfriend and you're making out, and all of a sudden you look over and you see a Russian with an RPG shooting.
Nigga, let me get this shit straight. So not only are we decorating a tree, but there are kids playing football, the most American of games.
Yeah, American.
If this was no, hold on. Can I make this? Hold on. First of all, can I make this even more American white bread for y'all? Number one, they're playing football. Further down the street is some kids playing softball.
Mm-hmm.
And right around the corner, there's a kid with a lemonade stand with the backwards E written on the sign. And then again, this will be daytime, of course.
Oh, don't forget about Mrs. McGillicuddy down the street with her fresh apple pies on the
yes.
The cherry on top.
Miss hold on. Miss McGillicuddy with the apple pie, cherry on top, with just a hint of whipped cream on the corner somewhere. She is laying it out on the windowsill.
With the addition of the father of the house cooking Franks and burgers on the grill.
Yeah,
that's American.
Cooking Franks. And then
don't forget about his pipe.
Yep.
He's got his pipe. He's got his pipe. And meanwhile, Charlie across the street is mowing his lawn with the old school lawnmower. You know, like the one with the spinning blade in the front.
Yeah, the one you gotta do like this a couple times before you go. Hold on. And the best part of all this, hey guys, look, Michael and his friends learned that song for the Negroes. Go ahead, guys. Come on, guys. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Do, my girl, I love you.
It was at this point that Mikhail decided, you know what? Let's end this shit right now. RPG. I have seen overkill.
Super overkill.
There's no Russian in Modern Warfare was like a level of overkill, but it's like it's very on brand with terrorism. Right?
And let's just be real. Where it stands off in video game history, as much as we meme it, as much as people say it wasn't that big of a deal, it was a huge deal when it came out.
Because you think about it, that's some shit.
That's amazing how everybody was like, "Oh my god, video games are a little bit."
Because that's some shit that a lot of countries that's an everyday thing for them. So
Hell yeah.
So you see that, but then Mikhail decides, you know what? Here's what I want to do. Instead of me just randomly killing people out on the street, I'm just gonna blow up like 6 houses.
This motherfucker.
Hold on. Mikhail does it even worse. You see, before he gets started, he's building up the tension by just looking at everything and just disapproving, staring. He is disapproving, staring the entire time. And hold on. Right before he pulled the trigger on that rocket launcher, y'all didn't see it, but there was a cut scene where he pulls out the infinite ammo bandana, tied it around his head, and went ham.
My man.
Yo. The only thing that was missing in that whole scene was that little girl when she had to start her hand. Hey, Mom, I have a question. Yeah, what is it, Susie? When Jesus died, how old was he? Oh, he was in his 30s, sweetie. Okay, I have a lot of time to live. Whee! Yo, hold on. Y'all ain't hear the football players? Down, set, 345, 2 days to retirement.
Yo, the fact that the scene ends when they're driving out the neighborhood of the one person that somehow managed to get out their burning house
was actually the little girl.
No, he always wanted a survivor. He always wanted a survivor for some strange reason.
But it's the neighbor that ran into the house like, damn, Bill, what happened to your house? And I'm like, bro.
And I also pointed out something else about Mikhail. This is another thing about Mikhail that it didn't get on my nerves, but it was something I noticed. Mikhail, I swear, throughout this entire movie, all of his terrorist attacks, it's like, bro, you are not going to engage the 6 stars in GTA.
He's trying though, isn't he?
I mean,
that's a nigga. See, that's a motherfucker that was saying either I'm gonna start a civil war or.
But this is why his plan. I liked his plan because he was doing this thing where he was sowing seeds of distrust. Like he had one of his men dress up as cops, shoot up this the Cuban party and stuff. Oh yeah, and to the point to where when the real cops arrive, like, what happened? Get these motherfuckers out of here! And they're like fucking them up. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. You're showing seeds of distrust. All right, your plan is good. You got a little long form plan, but we forget too that before all this starts off, he attempts to try to kill Chuck Norris and his Native American buddy that he has.
I'm sorry.
His Native American buddy who
Matt.
like
that was Chuck Norris's name.
Yeah,
Matt.
Chuck Norris's name is Matt. But he's dude, he kills this dude. And I swear I felt bad because he literally just spent his first day of retirement and got killed.
I mean,
John Eagle. That's his goddamn
John
name.
Eagle.
I fucking laughed. I was like, bro, I know he's Native American, but why John Eagle? That is like, what?
No. Here's the best part about it.
Chris, it was either that or it was John Peaceful Person. It was going to be one of the.
No, wait, no, D, hold on. Hold on, D, you had a misstep. John Peace Walker.
Peace Walker, yeah. That would have been good. Peace Walker, that would have been perfect.
And you know what? I will give the movie credit. He wasn't doing the typical, I'm going to throw in some Native American euphemisms and shit. He was just a regular person.
So we didn't get the Native American from Three Ninjas Knuckle Up then.
Nah. We just got a regular dude.
We didn't get this. Like, why don't you come over and eat with me, Matt? Matt. Well, John, I would love to, but I think I'm gonna spend time alone. So, you know what they always say: one man that sleeps alone sleeps by himself forever. Woo!
Man.
Okay.
I'm glad they do no thing where he had just a 15-second monologue, just long enough for it to go do. I'm glad they didn't do that.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't they have something similar to that in Roadhouse?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. No, yeah. They did something weird with Sam Elliott, and remember, this is Sam Elliott before he grew the mustache, badass Sam. This is Sam Elliott when he still had the renegade hair and he was getting pussy.
Sam Elliott is in Morgan Freeman territory where he always looked old, regardless of what year that he was in. Like even in Roadhouse when he was supposedly younger, I'm like,
he was like 35 in that joke. He looked like he was 70.
I was like, dog, you're like in your mid 30s and you look like you're on the wrong side of 50. What the hell's going on?
No bullshit. You will look at the Big Lebowski and see him in the Big Lebowski. I'm like, ain't you and Jeff Bridges like 5 years apart? Why do you look that old, nigga?
But he's seasoned. He's very seasoned. I gotta give him that though. But it's just funny.
That's what it is. Seasoned.
But I just remember Roadhouse. I'm like,
seasoned.
No, because I laughed at the scene real quick before you give out the invasion. I remember the scene where him and Patrick Swayze about to fight the dudes and he slicked back his hair into a ponytail, and I'm like, that still doesn't make you look younger.
It doesn't work.
I mean, bro, only reason I say that, look, it's so sad. For me, it's sad because no bullshit. Sam Elliott did look young. He looks attractive in that movie.
I get it. I'm
thinking to myself, looking at it like, this is it. This is it. Because at that point, it's like, you look like Lee Van Cleef for the rest of your life. So I don't know.
No, it's like fucking old boy that was
Lee Van Cleef died and you took over.
Ocelot looking ass nigga, young. I don't know how in the world.
Bro, I swear to God, if they had a real life Ocelot and you got Sam Elliott, I'm fucking kicking the shit out of somebody in Hollywood for that one. Man. I swear to God.
No, man, no bullshit. The way Sam Elliott can't do it, man. It had to be Lee Van Cleef. See, Hideo had it right. Lee Van Cleef in his prime was
Ocelot.
Body.
Like
this fucking body Sam Elliott, yo.
Like fucking god damn it, dude from fucking Batman and Robin that played Batman. George
Clooney.
George Clooney had that same problem on Facts of Life. It's like, dog, how the hell you got salt and pepper hair and you're like in your 20s, man? What the hell happened?
It just happens, man.
I know it just happens. This is funny. It's like I look at Facts of Life and I'm like,
white people start aging at age 12. You know that.
And now
it's our fault. It's our fault that this melanin keeps us younger for an extra 10 years. Yeah.
You know what?
Come on, man. Black people got Wolverine skin, man.
Dude,
we got Wolverine skin and freaking Super Saiyan blood.
Man. The
sick part about all this is
niggas
like the sick part about this, right, is that there was a time where women were kind of like gray hair, nigga, but now it's like, he got salt and pepper hair. Oh God, it's like what?
And that hold on, and it became the double whammy, CJ. Salt and pepper hair and dad bod.
Now, granted, that's what I say. Go back to Sam Elliott though. for some reason, women were attracted to Sam Elliott back then, so he got the exception to the rule. So it's like, all right, cool, fine.
Real talk. If I was a 70-year-old Karen, I'll let him eat me out.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Why say it like that?
No, but you know what's funny?
Damn nibble.
I've never heard anybody say, I want Chuck Norris to fuck me. I've never heard any woman ever say that.
What? I would love to hear the woman say that. I would love to hear.
Maybe I did during this.
Chuck, give me some of it.
Because I swear to God, I think Chuck knew women were watching that movie because he was showing the fucking guns with this fucking denim dance suit.
Chuck Norris always. Chuck Norris and all '80s action stars always came off a level of gay to me, so I can't really. I love Stallone. I fucking love Stallone. You have to have a really look at his body. It's like, yo, you did that for not the ladies. That was for yourself. That was strictly for like, hey man, look at my V. Yeah.
First of all, Chuck doesn't have to say or do anything. The man walks into a room and a woman is instantly pregnant.
This is true.
You know what? Let's just be real. Let me just be real. Before I join you on all these Chuck Norris-isms, let D make one thing clear. Chuck Norris is not that good. Period. If you really look, and I go back to the little point I was trying to make earlier, Chris. Mm-hmm. If you look back at Walker, Texas Ranger, a decent show in my opinion. If you look at that, he's always fighting some white drug dealer, some fat cult leader, some renegade biker who's like 48 and very beatable.
Not Sons of Anarchy, clearly.
He's always beating up some washed ass chemist that be in his basement all the time. He doesn't fight nobody on his level.
He really doesn't fight. Yeah, he doesn't fight no one on his level. He barely fought people in this movie. If it didn't require him like pulling up on people, double Uzis, like that's it.
Hey, look, man, I ain't gonna lie.
That was his default weapon, and I swear, thank God for this movie. Thank God for this movie's editing, because I swear, if you ever blink or turn your head at one quick time, you're gonna be like, dude, did you ever reload your guns?
I don't think he ever had, did it? I didn't see him reload.
He did. He reloaded his gun. As a matter of fact, he actually ran out of ammo by the end of the movie. He did, and he had to switch it up.
I'm gonna be
real. You're right.
Man.
He did actually.
I don't see how akimbo is a viable option for heroes, because I played akimbo in the Modern Warfare games, and I'm like, how the fuck does anybody shoot this shit with competency like it's viable? It's not goddamn viable. What the fuck?
No, it's not.
And you know what I loved about his shooting ability with the Uzis is he doesn't even aim. He just shoots up. He lets the gun fire, and it goes in an upward motion. That's something else I want to point out about this movie. Since we jumping, I swear, this movie had probably the worst case of wasted ammo syndrome I've ever seen.
Bruh.
Yo, the best scene of that, Eris, was when all the bad guys was going through the office building, and he just buckled everyone. I'm like, that's 30 fucking bullets. You just wasted.
Shot up an office space thinking there were soldiers. I'm like, did anybody catch the fact there was no soldiers? What are you shooting? Fucking chairs?
Dude, first of all, you entered the main lobby in the first floor. The whole front office, it was empty.
You saw it was empty. Why y'all wasted like 2 clips of ammo?
Hold on. First of all, whoa. Wait, hold on. First of all, they entered that room. They entered the lobby, entered the first office, and they tried to reenact the jungle shooting scene from Predator.
I mean, shot no one.
Let me tell you,
nothing was hit.
I love the fact that John Eagle saves Chuck Norris. Like, John, no, he's like, Matt, get out of there.
And did you like the Chuck Norris stunt double so you couldn't clearly see his face?
Oh.
All you just saw was hair.
Fun fact: Chuck Norris actually did majority of those stunts.
Oh, he did do that.
Yes, he did.
Good for Chuck. Good for Chuck.
All right, Chuck.
But I
still laugh at that scene because he literally jumped through the window and all I saw was hair.
You know what's the fun part about that? Chuck doing that has officially surpassed Steven Seagal in all time of doing stunts in any of it. Like, yo.
I mean, because you know what's funny? I'm not surprised because Canon Films paid Chuck Norris a shit ton of fucking money to keep him on. Invasion USA was the first movie under Canon that he did before he did Delta Force.
If I'm mistaken, Menahem Golem signed
No, the second one, my bad, because he did Missing in Action. My bad, sorry.
I think if I'm mistaken, Menahem Golem gave him like at least at the time it was pretty good, like $10 million or something like that to do like about 4 or 5 films for Canon. And real talk, Menahem Golem was like, I want to make you a fucking star. I really want to make him a star. I want Chuck Norris to be one of the flagships on the Canon, and he was for a good minute. And then they lucked up because you remember Charles Bronson at the time moved the Death Wish series to Canon also too. They were trying to build stars, but come on, Canon ended up just folding over on itself. It was just one of those stories where they just couldn't sustain not only the success they had, but they were just spending money on shit that wasn't. They weren't getting nothing back for.
They paid a king's ransom for Chuck Bronson, especially.
I bet they did. They literally like Chuck Norris. They paid him a lot of money just to do Delta Force 2. And that was the last movie that he did under Canon before he just bounced and stuff. So I'm like, he collected his money and was like, all right, I'm good. I'm out. But even then, even when they was about to go out of business, they had a big deal with our boy Christopher Reeve.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Reeve, he agreed to do a Superman film under Canon, and on top of that, he was going to start like a series of films, but it didn't go nowhere. The only thing that came out of it was actually the cult classic Street Smart with him and Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
that was the only thing that actually really came out of that. Nothing viable came out of it. Canon had all the potential and just.
I just like to point out that 2 Canon films were in the top 10 when this movie came out. This movie beat out Back to the Future. Back to the Future on its second weekend.
Wow. Wait, how long did wait.
This movie came out in 85.
On its second weekend it won?
No, I gotta ask you this. How long did Back to the Future stay on though?
How long was it in the theater?
Like how long did it stay like at the top of the box office?
It was just for that first weekend.
Just that weekend, and then this movie beat it out.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's called 80s. It's called 80s. That's why.
I mean, it's
every bit 80s.
I mean, and it's like, and the thing of it is too, it's wild because you had this movie, you had it beat out Back to the Future, it beat out American Ninja. This
movie is better than American Ninja.
Now, granted, American Ninja was on its 10th week and it came in at number 4. So that's crazy. It beat out Teen Wolf. It beat out Rambo: First Blood Part 2. It beat out Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and it beat out Ghostbusters. But Ghostbusters was on a re-release that weekend. So
I'm mad. It actually beat out Rambo: First Blood Part 2.
I mean, Rambo was on its 9th week at this point. So
okay.
Yeah, so it already made its money at that point. It's like, well, we're good. We're good. TriStar was like, yeah, we made our money with Rambo. We're great. We don't have to worry about it.
We're just gonna ride this out for a couple of weeks and then take it all to theaters.
Imagine you're Michael J. Fox and you find out Invasion Chuck Norris whooped your ass, whooped 2 of your movies' ass that came out.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that Chuck Norris?
Teen Wolf was on his 4th week.
See, Michael J. Fox Mike wasn't feeling nothing, man. He wasn't feeling nothing but the slight itch of Parkinson's in his toes. He wasn't feeling nothing right now.
That's messed up.
I'm sorry, if D's going to hell for that joke, fuck you. Chris makes more Michael J. Fox jokes than I ever will. So
cue the Harrison Ford from Force Awakens. It's true. All of it.
Chris like, yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah. Now, here's the funny part I liked about this movie, right? Just the second part. Chuck Norris turned into the boogeyman for the rest of the terrorists because he's literally hunting down each and every one of the terrorists when they do something sneaky. Hey, I got this. I'm a terrorist. I'm gonna go to this mall with a bomb. Who arrives? Chuck Norris and his fucking Ford F-150 pulling up in there, fucking people up.
Yo,
first of all, about that, I would like to say that Chuck Norris was a combination of the following people: freaking Snake Plissken, Prep Time Batman,
yep,
and and then when you really got him going, Rambo.
I just need to know, how did he know they were at the mall? Like that was just
Prep Time.
Easy, guys. Hey, Aaron. So what's the next thing? Oh, you're gonna be in the mall. Thank you, Aaron. You're the best brother I ever had.
Like, hold on. First of all, he doesn't thank him. His beard thanks him.
Who that was talking in the first place?
Because the thing of it is, it'd be one thing if he got the information from old boy that he stabbed in the hand, right? Like, oh, they're at this place and that place. He didn't even get information from on that. It was just like, oh, he just pops up at the mall. I'm like, okay, all right, fine.
It was the other, first of all, it was the Asian Spanish dude that got shot up, and when he said, "Hey, you feel like talking? Don't shoot me, man! Don't shoot me." Where is he? I don't know. Cocks the gun. Okay. He's in the field, and he's planning everything right now. That was the movie. That was that scene in the movie's way of saying, look, we don't want to give you all of the details. Like, who needs information? Who are you guys? The audience? Y'all don't care about that.
That dude just shows up whenever he wants to show up. And then they had like a subplot where the United States FBI government or whatever, is the CIA, they're feeling some sort of way that Matt's out here being vigilante justice. And I'm like, so, hey, my dude, you literally just told Matt to do that. You didn't tell the rest of your CIA compatriots that he was doing this? Like, you're not going to tell them? You're not going to tell the FBI that Matt's doing this? All right, cool, I guess. Fine, fuck it, right?
But meanwhile, this is the same government agency that said, well, you remember, if anything happens to you, we don't know who you are.
You got, like, but that's the way they like it.
So what you're saying is, when I'm doing my job too well, you need to bring me in. Little does the audience know that was a setup. This was a sting operation to take down a terrorist organization. I swear, if it was that easy in real life,
bruh. But you know what the more amazing part though was? The more amazing part was
actually, D, that just goes to show you how much you are in your villain's head.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean,
I like the fact that the not only did Chuck Norris have enough time not only to foil their plans, but he had enough time to hop in a very, very new, was it the villains or he did. He hopped in that very brand new Nissan pickup Datsun. It was rolling.
Hey, that truck was fucking pimping shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Nigga, that's some old pickups, man. Them old Nissan pickups, bro. I love them, bro.
Hey, my younger uncle had one of those shits. Some things with the shit. It was basically, hey, if you want a pickup truck that's not like huge, but it's not a RAV4, you get that.
Hey, you want a pickup truck that isn't a big asshole like the F-150, but can actually run fast to get this Datsun.
I mean, that was the staple of it and stuff. But then on top of that, though, right? We got the fucking ninja from fucking RoboCop 3. Like, look, the terrorist group is very diverse. Again, this is a staple of 80s and 90s movies. Your terrorist is not just one group; it's very diverse.
Yeah, I forgot this. I really questioned that. I'm like, there's Asians. I saw a couple black people. Of course, they didn't have no lines, but I saw black people. I saw Spanish people. I'm like,
hey, I got a feeling they were African.
But still, though, like, how are these niggas Russians? Like, I mean, all right, communists maybe, but
Cubans.
More.
It was Cubans, Russians, Africans. It was like, wow. Just like,
that's what I'm saying, man. Like, this plan had phases, and I like the fact that
First of all, they weren't black. I mean, first of all, they weren't even. They weren't Russian, by the way, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
The black guys that we all saw in that movie, they were French.
That makes sense.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm throwing it out there as a guess.
Could be French. Could be.
Y'all are French.
It's like clearly that's where we're at and stuff. But like, no, like the thing.
They're friends that are down for the cause.
But like, but like what killed me was like he's the boogeyman. He get like because okay, so you know the female reporter, right? That they try to throw her in there as she's reporting.
They did nothing with that plot, did they?
Guess who she originally was supposed to be played by?
Who?
Paige Torko.
Don't do that. Don't do that, dude, because I already had an April O'Neil joke set up for that, and you just beat me to it. Thank you.
Right, so but who was supposed to be?
Whoopi Goldberg. Chuck Norris wanted Whoopi Goldberg to play it, and the I think Joseph.
I like Whoopi Goldberg. Her energy is just so her energy is just so magnetic.
And the thing of it is, the director. Oh, go ahead.
I'm fine with that. I mean, this was before Theodore Rex, so continue.
Yeah, but apparently, like Chuck Norris wanted Whoopi Goldberg in the movie, and the director disagreed, and that's when they just cast that chick for it. And I was like, that would have been interesting if they had Whoopi Goldberg.
You know why? You know why? Because I think Whoopi just got done doing Color Purple.
She did. Because I think that was it. That was 82. That was 83.
Yeah, because Cannon would have thrown money at Whoopi Goldberg. Like, oh shit, we got Whoopi Goldberg. All right, get her in there. Give her some money.
You can't have a black girl. You can't have a black girl, Chuck.
Oh shucks.
Oh, you know he said all shucks too. Oh damn. Well, guys, it looks like we're gonna have to find somebody else. We're gonna have to find some other black woman.
Well, yeah, you might. As Color Purple did come out the same year. He probably did see Color Purple. Was like, I love that Whoopi Goldberg. You should get her in this movie.
You know what?
Like, I like the cut. I like the cut of her. I like the cut of her jib.
You know what? I felt every emotional thing in this movie. I'm moved to tears right now. Are you, Chuck? Yes, I am.
It's like, Chuck, you didn't say anything. I know, that was my beard talking.
You know what? Seeing the plight of the African American woman made me feel that I need to do more.
Tell you, man, Chuck Norris is such an enigma. I'm just like, are you for Trump, Chuck? I don't know.
Oh yes, he is. Oh yes, he is. Oh. He is a Bible thumping ass Republican. Yes, he is.
Is he Pat Robertson level or is he worse?
No, he's usual. What I call Republican celebrity, where it's the usual same bullshit. I don't trust the government, and I think that Colin Kaepernick was out of line by not standing up for the It's the same. It's the same regurgitated. It's the same regurgitated old white man bullshit you've been hearing all your life. That's all Chuck is.
Chuck Norris looked like he will literally come
that's been passed down to all the it's been that same rhetoric that's been passed down to all the Lawrence.
Bro,
yep. All the Lawrence and all the Jacobs and Jillians and Julians and Steves and I need another good white name. Terry.
Chuck Norris looked like he would literally say that and then turn around if he saw Colin Kaepernick in real life, shake his hand, was like, "You're a very good player, sir. I like your style."
I think all veterans.
They were like, Chuck, where are you? Like, hold on. Like, where's your stance on this, man? Like, I really think that neck break that Bruce Lee gave you, like, it's really messed you up ever since. You ain't been the same.
No, I haven't.
Where's your position, bro?
Harris, you just opened it up for Chuck Norris. You're right. I'm not the same because you won't be the same when you join the Total Gym family. See, the Total Gym is made for all of us.
And Colin looking at him like, okay.
Man, here's the thing. Chuck Norris to me seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Let me be really honest with you. I've said this on the show before, y'all. You could be racist and be the nicest person in the room. That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it means who you really are. I don't know what Chuck really is.
Yeah, it's hard to get a lockdown outside the comments. So it's like, But I tell you what, though, did you love how he chased down that bus knowing full and well they were going to attach a bomb to a fucking bus? That was hilarious.
Now, how do you even know the bomb was there?
First of all, that was the fastest timer I have ever seen on a bomb.
Bruh, he had that bomb in his car for a smooth 20 seconds. You ain't not going to tell me that he was able to speed up to the other car and says, "Hey guys, did you forget this?"
He had enough time to crack a joke, attach the bomb to the car, run them off, and get away from the blast radius in time. Movie.
Wow.
You'll never do. I mean, the best thing about that scene was when all the kids got on the bus, they kept focus on this one little white girl. And I was thinking to myself, that was the movie literally looking back at the white audience and say, this could be your daughter. And the Rooskies could be after her.
The little girl saw the bomb and didn't scream or do nothing.
This little dumb bitch, I swear to God, she pissed me off so
Let me tell you something. If that was a bus full of black kids, first off,
look.
First of all, we were like, yo, stop the bus. We getting out of here.
Hey, yo, guys, look. I know we all hate Sharonda because she be real early, eating motherfucking hot chips, all early, all loud and shit with her ghetto ass. I can't stand her. She would have saved everybody's life. Hey, pull over. Then I put some on the bus. She would have saved everybody's life.
Fucking Jimmy, the bus driver, is like, what the fuck this bitch fucking them yelling about? Let me pull this guy.
What do you want? Some white motherfucker put something on the bus. We about to blow up. And
no, D. First off, bitch, respect the line, all right? Back up.
Oh, yeah?
That line, as soon as you come across them steps, boy, you ever crossed that line.
First off, respect the line.
I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. The bus would have stopped. Chuck Norris would have grabbed the bomb off and flew off later on. All the kids would have came out the bus. We would have seen the other car blow up in the distance. Here's Sharonda. I told y'all niggas. I told all of y'all. No, you loud, bitch. You loud. You eat hot Cheetos. Nobody believes you. Well, guess what?
you know the best nigga moment?
Eris, and I'll say it for you. Can't stand her loud ass.
hey, you know.
No. Here's Chris. It's 9:07. Why is she yelling?
Fucking why? I can hear it through the goddamn earbuds, man. What the fuck, man?
Like, why? Like, yo, we all hated that chick in high school. She would have saved everybody's life on that bus before Chuck Norris.
The best nigga moment in this movie was after my man killed Billy Drago and threw the chick out the window. The black dude rolled up in there and stole the fucking coke and bounced.
And first of all, he was smart because he said, "Hold up, cops about to come in here. They're about to raid the spot. Let me go ahead and take this coke."
Man,
now, that is not for me to say that I'm going to use it or sell it. I am going to leave this completely ambiguous. It is up to you, white and black audience, to determine what I am doing with this.
Bro,
hold on, Eris. Why did you specify white and black audience?
Because look, people are probably not.
I can answer that, dude. Because number one, it's a Golden Globus movie, which means everybody who saw Breaking, saw that they were charged with this movie and jumped in.
Yeah, clearly.
Go ahead, CJ.
Nah, because you know what? People are probably not going to watch this movie. It reminded me of Next Day Air, the ending. I love that ending because it's so fucking niggerish across the board.
Yeah.
Between the Puerto Rican dude looking at his girl like, "Yo, get the yayo, let's get the hell out of here." Then Donald Faison waking up knowing that he didn't get shot and has his bag full of money. He's like, all right, time to get my black ass out of here. I got money. Let me get the fuck up out of here. I was like,
hey, I'm not making no promises. We might do Next Day Air one day. I am not making no promises on it. It wasn't a bad movie, but it wasn't a good one either. So it might be on our list.
I mean, first of all, the black dude is at the front desk of that hotel. First of all, you got dead people, you got drugs, and the obvious Russian who the cops need to be going after. Cops gonna blame me, and this is the mid '80s. Yeah, I'm not getting thrown in jail for something that I had nothing to do with. Hold on. First of all, I just got this job. I got decent enough insurance. And
you understand?
I'm trying to hold on to my benefits. I'm just gonna take this coke and run.
Hey, look. Do you know how easy it is, and yet how hard it is for a black person to be be the manager at a hotel in an '80s movie? Do you know how very common that is? Actually,
first off, that wasn't even a hotel. That was a motel. We gotta give people the difference.
No. That wasn't a motel. That was a jizz hut. Jizz hut's the only.
The prostitution house. Yeah. First of all, any place that freaking Drago was in, it's not upscale.
Drago, look, that hotel Drago looked like he had a prostitute like an hour before that whole fucking meeting. So let's not get into
Hey, CJ, who do you think that prostitute was that was in that was off the side of the room where he was standing at?
I'm sorry. Who was the bitch that got that motherfucking straw shoved up her nose at the end of this thing?
That was his side chick.
I'm sorry.
That was Billy Drago's side chick.
I told you that was his. Right. I told you that was Drago's Marta right there.
Yeah. All right.
Without the Uzi.
Hey, we didn't mention the one part I want to mention where Chuck Norris was in the motherfucking Datsun and he knocked them niggas to the side and they ran off head first in that car. I was like, movie, if you love me, not only would it blow up both the cars, but it'll blow up the entire goddamn lot. Yes, Golden Globus. Golden Globus.
My man, yo, save the pretty blonde hair, blue-eyed white chick too that was hanging off the side because the bad guy was like, nah, bitch, you come with us. I'm gonna grab you.
Man. Chuck Norris saved them two bitches, and not only that, he blew up a whole Chevy car lot. That's how you do it, nigga.
The fucking car lot owner's like, my fucking Chevys, no.
Oh my God.
And you know something? Like the whole time he was chasing after that truck, and my man hops on with the freaking M16 and just lighting up, not hitting anything, by the way. I'm sorry, I was having Metal Gear flashbacks. I was just waiting for Chuck to say, "Not yet, Snake. It's not over yet."
Hey, look,
no bullshit, yeah.
Yo. When he got to that fucking checkpoint and easily knew that those guys were not army people and just fucked them up, I was like, how the hell did you not know they were army? Is it like a secret wink that you gave them and they just didn't like do anything?
First of all, it was an Asian dude that was supposed to be playing a Spanish guy, and the very first thing he just asked him off the rip is, "You got ID?" First of all, bro, why are you asking me that question and you sweating?
First of all, that's a white. First of all, it ain't that
hot. First of all, it ain't that hot in Miami.
That's a white privilege shit right there. Number one, for Chuck to be asking them for ID.
I mean, really. Can we talk about that? Yes.
My man asked the military for ID. It wasn't even the opposite. Like, hey, sir, we need your ID. He was
no. Chuck didn't ask him that. They asked Chuck that question.
Okay, my bad. I'm thinking he did. You know what? Yeah, maybe I tripped.
No, he just simply answered, "Yeah, I got it." He goes into reach. Now, while he's reaching, first of all, he's watching the dude. he's watching the obvious terrorist. Like, okay, I'm gonna reach for my gun. I'm reaching for my gun. I'm gonna shoot him as soon as he goes for his wallet. Why are you even moving slow? Why couldn't you have been like? First of all, why couldn't you have been like the rest of your homeboys who've been like, "Hey, we just gonna light everybody up that comes through."
I just find it funny in the fact that it gets to a point to where Chuck Norris, Matt decides he's going to spring a trap. So you remember I mentioned earlier about how the CIA didn't know Matt was behind it. They arrest him, right? It was all a ruse because Matt purposely got arrested to antagonize fucking Mikhail. Because in Mikhail at this point, he's hearing on the radio, all right, they got Matt. And he's like, all right, Matt's out of our hair. We can continue this operation. And what does Matt do? He gets on live TV for millions of people in the United States to see him antagonize Mikhail.
And he says, the following exchange took place. Like, what do you have to say? Like, you have anything to say to the media? Yeah, I do. Nico was easy. You're next. When he said Nico was easy, I'm like, ooh. Because real talk, Nico was easy. First of all, how do you go from ducking behind a truck to showing up on the other side of a building just to pull the gun towards dude's head and have him, like, on reaction, pull the trigger on himself?
I mean, it's I'm laughing at the fact that, like, can you imagine you're watching Wheel of Fortune and then that shit happens, and you're like, who the fuck is Mikhail?
Nigga.
At first, no, hold on. And best yet, famous last words, Hunter! Hunter!
My man is so obsessed with them.
And no, this was Nico shouting out Hunter. I'm like, dude, you're holding this. Like, I'm sorry, you're holding the only white woman hostage that has plot armor.
Yeah.
You're holding this one hostage, dude. You are asking yourself to get killed.
Did you love him throwing that 13-inch TV to the ground? Just like out the blue.
Yeah.
Look, I had a 13-inch TV. Yeah, that shit's light as hell, but I ain't fucking throwing that shit on the ground. You lost your goddamn.
No, man, them shits was easy to break. No, and then here's the thing that get me though. I was looking at that though, like never since have I seen. The last time I seen something that gangster is when somebody asked Drake, "Are you sure that like are you saying that Meek? So we heard that Meek Mills wants to have a battle with you," and Drake goes, "I don't think he should do that." That has been one of the most like just like that. That's how it was for me. It wasn't gangster, but it was gangster. Nico was easy. It was satisfying. Like, yeah, when Drake said, like, I don't think you want to do that.
No, the thing
matter of fact, CJ, I gotta ask you this question though, CJ. Mm-hmm. So since we talking about like them old CRTs getting destroyed, I love the fact that he did just pick it up, didn't unplug it or nothing. He just picked it up, yanked the cord out of the wall, slammed it on the ground, and I said, you know what, this did not get one upped until the Joker had a boxing glove attached to a gun and took it out that way. Yeah. Which then, hold on. Yeah, that's what it was. And then, hold on, make it even better. That got one-upped when the Shredder threw a freaking knife at the TV that had April O'Neil talking about the foot.
I mean, or Bison and Street Fighter, like, ah!
That was great.
After he saw Carlos Blanca, Carlos fucking Blanca. God damn it. Now hold up. Last one though. This motherfucker stopped the church from getting blown up, and I love that scene. Hilarious. Yeah. The terrorists are like.
First of all, you know full well that bomb was not going off when the camera decided to focus on the terrorist pulling that wire back. I'm like, so we're just gonna leave the bomb there, right? Okay, we're not even gonna cut back to the bomb or nothing. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, Chuck obviously took it.
But he pressed the button, click, and the bomb didn't go off, and they were like, "What's going on?" And Chuck was like, "Oh, guys, I got your bomb right here." Throws it down.
He's like, didn't work. He just no, CJ. He just goes, didn't work, huh? Now it will. Like, didn't work. Now it will.
Oh man.
No. I gotta ask you guys. This isn't even a hero or villain thing. Who had the best lines between Chuck Norris with all of his one-liner deliveries, or Bill Duke in Commando?
I don't know, man.
All right, that's unfair because Bill will need at least two more. He needs at least two more to qualify in this situation.
No, because one of my favorites from Bill Duke was, you want to know my other favorite thing? The price.
Yo,
don't worry. Have a good time out there. Don't worry. We won't.
So let me ask y'all guys this. So when Mikhail and his people roll up into the Atlanta military facility where all the people were there, right? So basically it turns into Matt facing off against Mikhail and 6 of his terrorist friends on the top floor. And that is quite possibly the funniest shit ever because it's basically Matt having spider sense walking through there. Because every time he turns around, he shoots everybody dead in the face. Like, or kicks one guy randomly in the face off screen and shit. I'm like, what the fuck did that foot come from?
Yo, I'm thinking to myself this whole time watching this motherfucker be such a badass, and I tell to myself, where the fuck was Chuck Norris at when Dylan Roof killed all those black people in a church, but you saved this church from blowing up? I'm sorry to bring up real life. God damn it. But the point is,
first off, Chuck would have broke Dylan Roof's arm and then gave him like a speech on how, he shouldn't be killing people, and he would have sent the kid to jail, which was more lighter than what most bad guys get in real life. So
Nah, you said that much. You know what Chuck Norris would have did? Hey, Everybody calm down. Let's just go to Burger King. He's a human being like us.
Profound sadness, hurt inside.
Eris, I gotta do it like I always do. Oh, this racism is killing me.
Why do you think I sat there? It was like profound sadness, hurt inside.
Profound, yo. But I love, like you said, he's just like every time somebody like pop up over the cubicle, bang, dead. I'm like, yo. This nigga Mikael, this boy, your boy Mikael is just running around the office trying to look for Matt. Can't find the nigga at all. And I love it how he just get into this one room looking for him, and he just heard the motherfucking grenade launcher unhit. Click. And just slow. It's time. And the best part, and then the greatest grr of all time. Let
me ask
you know what makes that?
I'm gonna say this. Now, when I saw that scene, I said, "Ayo, surviving the game. This is how you do it."
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I still think to this day, Death Wish 3 was the better one.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Death Wish, you know what? You know what's kind of funny, Chris? We did bring this up during Death Wish too. We did bring this up because I did mention his death.
AD, that death face said it all.
I'm just saying, like, I just
but this one is different because unlike your boy in Death Wish, who legit didn't see that RPG coming to fuck up his day. He really didn't see that one. Mikael knew that either he's dead or I'm dead. Let's go. So that was a whole different other fucking vibe.
What made Mikael think that he had time to turn around and buck a shot off with his fucking rocket launcher? That's all I'm saying.
Chris, because he gurred, and gurring, like in Pokemon, lowers your defense just a little bit.
Let me tell you, hey, I'm gonna tell this to folks, man. Growl and all them bullshit moves are the most bullshit moves in fucking Pokemon. They are useless.
All right, look, the only one that works for me, that actually works, is Leer. All the rest of them are shit to me.
Leer and Roar. Maybe Roar.
Roar doesn't work. Roar doesn't work for me. I never used Roar that ever helped.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna get this. I'm also gonna get this one off CJC. It wouldn't have mattered if Mikhail tried to shoot at him, because here's the thing: you see, you trying to fire a rocket like that while turning around and firing it at Chuck, it wouldn't have worked. Number one, he doesn't have to dodge the rocket. The rocket was gonna dodge Chuck.
This is true. This is very much true. I mean, I will say this though.
As a matter of fact, the rocket would have stopped midway. Look back at Mikhail like, "Oh, you think I'm stupid?"
I mean, I'll say this though. I will give Mikhail credit. He's like, you know what? You don't get the pistol, you don't get the shotgun, you don't get no machine gun, you get a rocket launcher. I'm just gonna go straight to the point on this.
Because you know something, and you're absolutely right. First of all, when you want stuff to get done, when you need business to close, I need this deal closed and credits rolling, I am taking you out with a rocket launcher.
But
nothing less than that.
But again, the ASMR from Chuck Norris, it's time. That is the most. I can hear that multiple times, and I'm pretty sure that tickled Mikhail's ears for a hot second before he decided to growl and try to shoot.
No, because call it what it is, though. CJ. The moment you heard him say "it's time" in that tone, I'm like, "Oh, Chuck, you are really channeling your inner Snake Plissken."
You know he was, bro. You know the only thing that was the thing that touched me more than anything, guys, was the fact that I said, "Yeah, that's a severed foot. Yeah, that's a foot." He exploded that motherfucker. I've seen this movie at least 3 times, and I never examined the blood and guts that came from that rocket launcher.
Did you guys see the dummy head that flew out from the bottom into the window?
Yo, I'm
like, yeah, that's how you do it.
Did y'all love when they showed the flashback to when they first met up, and how like Mikhail is just the king of, you know what? I'm not going to take a chance with a sniper rifle. I'm just going to blow this fucking building up. And I like how Chuck just snuck up on him with the gun, like, put it down, son. I was like,
just put it down.
Man, this
Put it
nigga
down.
pulled up
Stop
on
it.
He pulled up on this nigga like he was the end and shit. Like, son, don't do it.
First off, also I'm laughing at the soldier that didn't spot the fucking big ass white dude with the rocket launchers pointing right at the fucking building. I'm like, you didn't
well, I'm more mad that all of Mikhail's people didn't help him out. Then I thought to myself, oh yeah, I forgot Chuck Norris's beard choked them all out. So never mind.
It's like we really needed more backstory of Chuck Norris killing guys with that silencer and stuff before he rolled up on Mikhail, man. That is the best. That was like, look, it ain't beating out Char's pull up, but this is close enough.
Yeah, man, this whole movie, Invasion USA, is a fun little movie to make you remember. Yes, it is.
It's a Christmas movie. It is a Christmas movie.
All right. I just wanted to be sure.
And it actually did cross my mind to do this during Christmas, and I said, fuck no. Because when I think invasion and I think of USA, I think of America beating invasions. And when I think of America, I think of 4th of July. I think of hot dogs. I think of hamburgers. I think of white kids, blonde people wearing American flags. And all the Negroes and Spanish people know their place. That's America, everybody.
Yo, did you like the last line, though? When that guy comes up to him, and I got the line right here. Congratulations on taking Nico out. I didn't help these kids. He's like, didn't help these kids, did it? For everyone I stop, 100 succeed. You can't stop it all. Rostov can. If you can find them, I'll find them. Like what?
Very profound.
Very profound. Uh-oh.
That's right up there with like Ace. You want to know something, CJ? That's right up there with if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Basically, it's like
dog. The only thing that was, I'm just like, yo, nigga, how are you gonna find them? You don't have the internet, so I mean,
you're gonna have to do some yellow page searching and white page searching, I guess. I don't fucking know.
No GPS don't exist yet. So how are you finding this nigga, man?
Well, I mean, you know what's funny too is that Michael Dudikoff did another movie called Avenging Fist or Avenging Fire or whatever, which was supposed to be a sequel to this movie.
Really?
And what ended up happening was Chuck Norris didn't want to do it, so instead of it being an actual sequel, they just made it a standalone movie. But Michael Dudikoff plays the same character.
What, Matt?
Yeah, Matt Hunter, same name and everything.
Wow.
So it's not a prequel, and it's not a sequel. It's just a separate movie.
Well, that's just lovely. You know, they've done that in Hollywood several times with different franchises when somebody didn't want to finish them and all that shit. Yeah. So that's just kind of funny that Chuck Norris had one and it went to a B-rated star who's not that bad. You know,
I mean, but you know what? It makes sense because, like I said, Delta Force 2 was his last one, and I think Avenging Fist was after Delta Force 2, and at that point, like I said, Chuck was like, I'm done with Golden Globe, so I just want to move on.
Yeah, I just want to move on. Start making things that are close to real life, like me being a Texas Ranger, going out in Texas and take care of people.
Or Top Dog,
yo.
Top Dog sounds like such a the Family Channel type movie, and yet that shit went to theaters. I was like, what?
I'm like, how?
That shit had fucking neo-Nazis in it. I was like, wow, this is where we're at, huh? Funny enough, though, that movie was actually released after the Oklahoma City bombing. Fun fact.
Boy, talk about timing.
Yeah, timing. I was like, man, like that.
Not only was that done during the Oklahoma City bombing, but I mean, it was weeks after, and that was the main plot. It was exactly the same fucking plot.
Hey kids, come see family-friendly Chuck Norris and a dog fight Unabombers. What? It's like, what are we doing here?
I mean, it was but here's the funny thing: the movie would have failed no matter what. You know what I mean? And that was Chuck Norris. And that, I think, if I'm mistaken, that was Chuck Norris' last theatrical movie before he did Expendables 2, right? Or was that 3?
That
was 2. Yeah, that was 2. That was 2.
I don't count Dodgeball, so you're right.
Yeah, so yeah, Chuck Norris just enjoyed his cult status, to be honest with you. After Top Dog, he just had that. And on top of that, he was still doing Walker, Texas Ranger. Which, just real talk, he didn't need to leave that. Very successful show.
Yeah, I mean, 2005, man. That was the thing for him, man. That's what he was doing. Oh no, 93. My bad, 93. Damn. Yeah.
But
93.
anyway,
right. But yeah, Invasion USA is great. I mean, what do we got next?
next we're staying with the military, and this time we're gonna follow one of the best Marines in all of Hollywood and all of Black Hollywood. He has himself. This motherfucker got himself a motherfucking silver tooth, and on top of that, he is the most finest, most capable Marine that will stick his foot so far up your ass. Yo, Major Payne is one of the most funniest military. It's probably the funniest military movie period to me, man. It doesn't get no better. I know niggas. Oh man, Stripes. Fuck you, Major Payne, nigga.
I love Bill Murray. Stripes is great, especially the
Stripes
second half
is a
of that
great movie.
Especially
Stripes is a great movie, man. One of the best. Harold Ramis classic, in my opinion, man. Yeah, it's a great movie.
But Major Payne is like low key, like it sneaks up on you, and you're like, holy shit, this is actually pretty damn funny. Like, oh,
best
okay.
Look, one of the best lines ever. I can't wait for us to get to that. So, do you know how I dance? I hadn't been known to cut a little rug.
Bruh. A movie.
David Wayne's Get the Dancer, the greatest thing ever.
A movie wherein Karen Parsons in it, and I still got a little crush on her. You know.
Hey, look, here's me. Hey, Karen, are you still making those weird movies where it's about interracial marriage and shit like that?
Interracial shenanigans, guys.
She did a bunch of that in the 90s, and everybody was like, "Okay, you light-skinned bitch, we get it."
It's like we get it. We know who you are. We get it. It's awesome. You're
whatever, Hillary. Whatever, Hillary. Anyway,
but then also Orlando Brown.
Yeah, hey. This is before the fucking meth and somebody from Disney molesting them. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong now, because you know I'm not.
I mean, yeah, you're right. But yeah, that's it. So
it's fucked up.
Major Payne, guys.
Major Payne's next week, guys. See you next week. 3 Black Geeks, Black Lives Matter, and also beat the Rooskies.
Rated PG-13. So later, guys.